Howdy folks, car vlog number 4. I'm on my way to Nuanu again. We're putting the roof on the dome. We finished the framing. Got to put a couple support columns, as you can see, loaded down with bamboo. It's treated bamboo, so it's basically been soaked. It kind of smells like a combination of compost and mushrooms. Doesn't smell so great right now. Anywho, I'm gonna make this video. Today I'm gonna talk about basically just my philosophy on health, which I'm just going to call it the hybrid energetics philosophy. And I'll explain the name a little bit and tie it all together. I chose this topic today because my intent is to keep the video a little bit shorter. The car vlog 1 was around 6 minutes, the next one was around 16 minutes, and then the next one was like 21, 22 minutes. So they're getting progressively longer because these topics require significantly longer than that to really encompass the scope of the topic. And I've done quite a bit of research on the topics, so sometimes it's hard to tell, especially when I'm just going impromptu. It's hard to tell how in-depth is necessary to even give a summary. So I chose a topic today that I think that can be a little bit more concise. Even though this topic could go, it has a 1,000 tangents, it could go in a lot of directions. So today, I'm gonna start off with the name, hybrid energetics. Hybrid would imply a mix or a combination, and energetics, it obviously talks about the energetic quality that I'm talking about. And in reference to the body, that's the energetic qualities of the body. And what is observable is that the body has an electric field that is the culmination of all the electric fields around all the cells that then collectively make up all the organs that then collectively make up the body and create this electric field around the body. And this is measurable using Kirlian photography and GDV readings, and in New Age it's called an aura, but it's been known about for millennia and beyond, and like I said, it's measurable today. And what we know is that when the electric field of an organ system becomes depleted beyond a certain range, that organ system is no longer able to nourish itself, to repair itself, and it will become sick. And this could look like all kinds of sicknesses. It can look like cancer, it can be issues with the heart, it can be sheer inability to perform the function. So at the core, what the body requires to be healthy is a strong electric field around each of the cells that collectively make up strong electric fields around the bodies. Let's say balanced, because you don't want to be too much either. Balanced electric fields around the organ systems that then collectively make up the electric field of the body. And I kind of look at like each of these organ systems are playing a tone that make up the orchestra of the body, which is your overall frequency. And so my focus at its core is about cultivating healthy electric field, a healthy aura in the body. And the word, and so that's where the energetics part of the name comes from. Then the name hybrid, the word hybrid speaks to the fact that I have studied many aspects of diet, of herbs, of structured water, of energetic practices like yoga, Qui Gong, breathwork, meditation. And through my experience, I have refined what I find to be a highly effective combination of diet, calisthenics, energetic works, a combination of yoga and Qui Gong, and breathwork and meditation to grow one's electric field, to grow one's aura, and to maintain it. Now, this is not necessarily the optimal method out there, like to create the greatest aura, etc. But this is the point is that and what I want to speak to, the demographic I'm speaking to specifically is people who are very busy, who have chosen a life of career, which even more specifically, I would like to help people who are doing altruistic works that are beneficial for humanity, and those who have chosen family. So we are deep in this path of action. We're not in a cave meditating. That's not our path. We're deep in the karmic path and doing our dharma through family, career, altruism, etc. And so what I've developed with hybrid energetics through necessity, to maintain my own energy and to maintain my own health, to be able to pursue these altruistic visions and intentions, is a program that requires the least amount of time to create the greatest amount of result. And so that's where the name Hybrid Energetics comes from. So what is the program based around? Well, I've developed, it's based upon a whole foods, plant-based lifestyle. I think that as much raw foods as you can get in there while making sure that you have enough calories is a very ideal sort of lifestyle. But what I found to help me maintain balance between how much time it takes me to prepare food and how much food I need to prepare for my children and everything, we've found a good balance of quinoa beans, cooked quinoa, cooked beans, some cooked vegetable porridges, and then lots of salad, lots of fruit, and that sort of thing. And we feel very good, vibrant, healthy, and sustainable in that way. And why would one want to include lots of raw foods? Well, if you take Kirlian photography, if you take photographs with the Kirlian photography device, you will find that cooked foods have a far smaller electrical field than raw foods. They are still in their structured form. The electricity is still in the food, and that electricity quite literally nourishes the electrical field around your body. So that's the ideal situation. So that's the diet side of things. And then I also promote calisthenics, some body weight movements. Now, why do I promote body weight movements? A few different reasons. Because you can do it anywhere. It's a very safe way to exercise. You have to be doing something wrong or pushing yourself too hard or not doing the body, like I said, not doing the body movement correctly, or have an existing injury, etc., to really hurt yourself doing body weight movements. It's much easier to hurt yourself moving weights, lifting weights, that sort of thing. I also really like the idea and the feeling of finding balance in your body. So it's like multiple different benefits from doing body weight movements. Yes, you improve strength. Yes, you improve endurance. You also improve balance, because as you do these movements, you progress into more complicated or complex and challenging moves that require greater degrees of balance. For example, eventually as you're doing push-ups, you will eventually be able to do handstand push-ups if you stay at it, and that obviously requires quite a lot of synapses in the brain to really pull through that exercise. And then another reason that I promote body weight movements is because I do believe that weight training is important, because what we can also recognize is that as you increase the size of the muscles and the stimulation in the blood to the muscles, you actually increase the capacitance for the muscles to hold charge. Capacitance means the ability for something, the capacity for which a system can hold and resonate charge. When you increase this blood flow, this water, these minerals, these tissues, etc. in the muscles, and you're stimulating them, you increase the ability for those muscles to hold and resonate charge. Therefore, it can be a very healthy thing in the body to improve the aura, to hold greater levels of charge, having that charge available in the body for your organ systems and things like that. So that's an awesome energetic quality. Now, is the type of body weight movement, which is minimal body weight movement. It's maybe an hour to an hour and a half per week of body weight movement, meaning in the ideal situation, somewhere around 3 workouts per week, 30 minutes per workout. And that focuses on pushing exercises like push-ups, pulling exercises like pull-ups, squatting exercises for the legs, and some core exercises to just top it all off. And then I also like to get in some cardio, which all of the above include cardio, but to do some running, some trail running, especially in nature where you're getting in that healthy electric field of a forest or something like that, is so good as well. So is this the best way to build muscle? Well, no, of course not. What's the best way to build muscle? Taking anabolic steroids and then working out in the gym 15 to 20 hours a week is probably, and then, loading up with tons of protein and calories and stuff like that. That's probably the best way to build lots of muscle. But is that actually creating a healthy body? And is that where we want to focus our energy and our time? For me, no. So that's not what I'm promoting. There's a few downsides of producing lots of excess muscle. The upsides are you get all this great strength and do basically because of Hollywood and stuff, that's become an aesthetically attractive thing, this giant bulky gorilla kind of look. That to each their own. That's not the aesthetic that I'm going for, that I find it attractive, because what it says to me is, what is all this extra strength for besides vanity? If you're putting on all this extra muscle, you're also going to have to maintain it with calories. If you have tons of excess muscle in the body that's developed in an unnatural way, i.e. tons of exercise, tons of extra calories, lots of extra protein, and then in the most extreme case, anabolic steroids and things like that, then so much of your charge, your electrical capacity, is going towards this muscular development. And then what does that leave with your other organ systems? Well, it leaves a lot of times a vacuum or a depletion or a deficit for those organ systems. So you just go and look at pretty much anybody in the bodybuilding industry, the lifespans are very low in bodybuilding because all of the energy is focused towards just development of muscles, and then the other organ systems end up failing due to that. A lot of times it's the heart, but the kidneys are wrecked with all the supplements and things as well. So the hybrid energetics focus is to do enough body weight exercise to create a beautiful aesthetic, to create development of muscles and strength, to increase the charge capacitance of the muscles and the body, and to find that balance, that perfect sort of healthy, athletic, fit type that the body is capable of. Everybody has this perfect size. I think that mine is somewhere around 170 pounds. I think maybe if I had more time and did a little bit more exercise, I might even go up to 175, 180. But just with sometimes a lot of times less than 3 days per week, 30 minutes per workout, I rest around 160, 165 pounds. And I feel great. And it takes very little energy to maintain that. And I don't ever feel like I'm having to force myself to eat. I don't supplement. I don't take creatine. I don't take protein. And I'm able to focus basically all my energy on altruistic acts, which is my career as a natural builder, as a resident builder doing sacred geometry designs and stuff, and my family, and then a little bit of extra time for my other passions like music. And then I just spend a little bit of time, of course, on exercise and that sort of thing. So that is sort of the philosophy around the hybrid energetics approach, is creating a healthy energetic system where the organs are nourished, where the muscles are nourished, where your optimal weight is achieved, where your optimal strength is achieved, and you're able to focus. I like to say you're able to focus on your passions and your family and time in nature and these sorts of things. And I summarize it as, let me think about it. Let us not create a life that revolves around fitness, but let us create a life where fitness is the natural byproduct and we're able to focus on our passions. Let us create a life where we focus on our passions and fitness is the natural byproduct. So that's it in a nutshell. 15 minutes, not too bad. I think that that's a good place to stop. There's obviously, like I said, there's so many directions that we could go. We could go into so much detail on this, but this is a nice little snippet that encapsulates the hybrid energetics philosophy. I hope you enjoy, and as always, wishing you the best of health.